Hello, all, welcome back. So let's look into the today's lead code problem. The problem statement question is that longest unequal adjacent group subsequence. Okay. So the question is that we are given a string, words, and an array groups. Both array are having both are having of length n, and they told what is Hamming distance. Hamming distance between two strings of equal length is the number of position at which corresponding character are different. Okay, what means number of character, difference of the number of characters by differ. The count of the differ character in the two string is Hamming distance. You need to select the longest subsequence, okay, from an array of indices such that for the subsequence denoted as this having length k, the following some condition. What will be the condition? Adjacency index, जो whatever the adjacent indices in the subsequence, their corresponding groups are unequal. Okay, corresponding groups are unequal means group of I and group of j is not equal. Okay, and words of I and word of j are equal in length, but the Hamming distance between them is 1. Okay, for all indices in the subsequence. Okay, return a string array containing the words corresponding to the indices in order in the selected subsequence. If there are multiple answer, return any of them. Okay, so the starting any of the problem, the main thing is that we have to understand the problem statement first. So here now in the second time when I read this condition here, only then I get it know what will be the exactly condition that for adjacent index in the subsequence only for adjacent index corresponding groups are unequal, and that word also are equal in length and Hamming distance. Initially what I think, let's look into the sample test case. So initially like this, from BAA, like this is a string BAA, DAB and CAB. Okay, like let me just write it down here. What is the string? B A B, BAB, CAB and DAB, DAB and CAB, DAB and CAB, and corresponding group value, what will be the corresponding? 1 2 2. Okay, here is 1 2 and 2. So initially what I uh, mean by Hamming distance, that there is a one difference in this and there is also one difference in this. So from BA I can jump here as well as I can jump here. Okay, but the group also should be different, differ by one. Okay, similarly from AB the Hamming distance is 1, but group is same, so we cannot jump. Okay, so as of this I was understand that we can form based on the group and based on the their Hamming distance. Okay, let's look into the another one. So in this, for all of them the Hamming distance is by 1. Okay, and the group also for uh, every indices is differ, so the resultant will be the same ABCD. Okay, so what will be my intuition here let's think of that. Basically what I did, I was created a one DP table. Okay, in this kind of matrix like this, of n cross n matrix here for DP initially of this n cross n from BA. In that matrix I want to check from BA, from this one string, from where I can jump. I can jump, able to jump here and I able to jump here. From DAB, from DAB I can jump. Can I able to jump next one? No. From this, nothing is there. So based on data, my intuition is that first I create a DP, and from that DP I just get it know where I can jump. Okay, let's think look into the first this what and all my submission and from starting what I did. Okay, let's look into from that also only. Okay, so what I did, so here first I based on that I created DP table. In that DP table, how can I update it? That there is a one method for hemming string. This method is calculating the hemming distance for in between both strings I and j. So here I am iterating over the matrix. Okay, and for all adjacent strings, for all adjacent string I am checking is it a- validating the first condition or not. Here I am checking only one condition, hemming string condition, and updating the DP. After that, what I did, I again iterate and based on the second one condition. Okay, what I did based on the second one condition, here I check DP of I and j and previous thing and update the whole thing. So what's the difference here? I update, see, I take one index and one maximum element to check the length of the whatever the maximum length I can achieve, and index I took index for calculating from which index I can able to make this. See, so here I initialize one counter variable from one and the one previous variable for group of I. Okay, here I am checking the condition while iterating over the next consecutive next j2 n elements in the words. So I am checking the condition that it is validating the hemming string hemming distance by one condition or not, and the group is also differ, adjacent group is also need to be differ. If it is, I am just updating the count. But what mistake I am doing here? The mistake I am doing here is that suppose there is a string like this x and x, this should be any character, this should be any of character. Okay, and there is a xx. So suppose, let's suppose this is of its adjacent. Okay, and I am checking for this one. Okay, I am able to jump it from here. Suppose its group value is 1 and its group value is also 2. Now what I did here, from there I am checking, am I able to jump from there to there? Yes, yes, I am able to jump from there to there. Suppose it's having distance also 2. So what I am going to form here? This xx comma xx comma xx. This size of string I am here forming. But this is not the case. Here we have to if I form this, take these two words, so in for the next word, for this one word I have to check the their adjacent with the adjacent. So who will be its adjacent? This one. This is my first mistake while understanding the code. Then what I did, based on the index I just iterate over the again starting from the index and just update. So while updating the here, what second mistake I did, I check only the previous condition. I leave it this he- hemming hem hemming distance condition by one. I leave that condition. So the second mistake also I did made it here. Now after submitting, after submitting some cases, I found it that where it is failing, so there it is failing. So from that I check, I get it. Oh, this is my output, and what I expected and what I don't. See, there is a condition is this hemming condition is failing, but the group condition is passing. That's why it is give me whole result, but I expect any of one, any of one here. So uh, let's jump into the second solution. In what I did in second solution, nothing major in that. what what's the difference in the second solution? I just add this validation check for DP, that for hemming condition. Is it also? No, because it is resolve the second one's condition, but the first one problem is also remain here. Okay, what will be the first one problem? This one, I did not check the adjacency check. Okay, now I submit that. So here I get it now. So let's look into that. What will be the change I did here? I, my intuition is that to show you how I go through this problem statement and how I check. See, now after that I add this else condition. So I was thinking that let's look first. Let's look where it is failing. So the where it is failing, the test case is that C A, C B, and B B. Okay. So first I uh, misinterpreted from that. I was thinking of that this is my output and this is the expected. So this is again from the misinterpretation. So we have to while solving any of the problem, we have to think and understand the problem statement. What will be our output and what will be what and all we are expecting. So to get it, achieve this output, what I did, I made this else condition in this DP of table. What I did, when there is a any jump is there, means any discontinuity is there, then just remove it from here. Okay, based on their jump. But it is also not, because currently I'm not on right track. What, currently I am on not on right track. So again it is failing. Why it is failing? Here I am checking. My code is giving only this output VA, but the here we are expecting this one, EE and CE. Okay, why it is failing? Because when this is reaching to this condition EE and ED, it is failing. Why it is failing? Because of their group value. Because of their group value, now it is failing. And it is not going further to check for the last one, this one character, CE character. Okay, okay, fine. After that I submitted one more thing. In that, what and all the changes I made, let's look into that also. What all the changes I made here, the change is that I check this group condition also, that if it is of same group, based on what I did. See, while solving this problem, I am just checking the cases where it is failing, and based on that I am thinking of that. Oh, okay, see where it is failing. It is unable to check the, see where it is failing. It is stopped here, but it and not going beyond to check the last one condition, because the group is same. So I added one more condition. But we have to, before reaching this state, that our problem is failing for some corner cases, before reaching that state we have to think of that in advance. Not like that when solution is failed, now we are going to think. So I based on that I made one more changes. See here what I did. I added the condition also here for in same group. Now in the last, what will be the problem? In the last, see here, what my problem will be give this question, this output BAD CAD, but it will expect DC, DC, DD, and DA. So let's look into that. What will be the what will be the problem in this? Okay, let's look into that. So first look into that, what and all the changes. So here I just add this condition. Now the problem is that it is checking for BAD and CAD. Where it is CAD? Here it is CAD. So it is okay passing. Now when it is checking for DC, so from DC it is jumping to BC. Okay, it is able to jump BC. Now BC to it is able to jump DD. Yes, it is able to jump. And if, oh sorry, DA, from DC it is able to jump BC. Yes, there is a Hamming distance of 1. Yes. From DC we can jump to DD. Yes. we, are we able to jump on DD? Yes, because there is a only one difference. Okay, let's take this example here. Okay, and keep it here, and based on that we'll think of the problem statement. What will be the problem statement here? Okay, so what here the problem statement that DC, from DC we can jump BC. Yes, BC. Why? There is a one difference, D and B. Okay, from DC can we jump to DD? Yes, DD also we can jump because there is a only one difference, C and D. Can we jump to DA? Yes, we can. Okay, now what we have to think in such a way of that of directed graph, that we can jump from DC to BC. So in that way, if we going from DC to BC, this is a one adjacent graph, adjacency. And now from BC, now we have to check from BC where and all we are going to jump. From BC, we are nowhere we can able to jump. So the distance length will be 2. Now check, we have to check the second DFS. From DC we can able to jump DD. Yes, we can able to jump DD. Now from DD where all we can able to jump? DA. Yes, we able to jump. So what will be the length? Here is 3. Just think in such a way of graph. Now from DC to DD. After that DD, oh sorry, DA, after of DA, can we jump any of where? No, still 2 length. So maximum what will be here is 3 length. So just think in such a way that instead of making DP, just make a connected graph, directed graph, like from DC where and all we can jump. Just take it up all here, the all of the indices, like we can from DC we can jump from to BC, DD and DA. Like from BC where and all we can jump? Nowhere. From DD where and all we can jump? We jump it to DA. And from DA where all we can jump? Nowhere we can jump. So in after that, making us this kind of graph, we have to find the deepest branch. Okay, what will be our problem statement? We have to find the deepest branch. Now I think you are able to see from DC to DD and now DD to DA. So this will be the deepest long branch we have to find. So let's look into the accepted solution. What will be our solution? Okay, let's copy. So before jumping on the any of the problem statement, our main intuition is that first think of a solution and first think of the corner cases and understand the problem statement clearly. Okay, so instead of DP, what we take here, a graph of size n. Okay, because we are having n words and we from each word we can jump to any of them. So that's why we are taking here graph. Now there is a one method, Hamming string. The same, this method will do the same thing. It will just compare the two string and checking the if the two string is equal and having a Hamming distance by 1, then it will return true, else it will return false. Here what I did, we are just updated our directed graph, that if it is validating the condition, if adjacent character I and j word group is not equal and the Hamming distance is by 1, only then will append, that only then we able to jump from ith word to jth word. After that, what we have to do, we have to find the longest depth. So for that we are using a memoization technique here. that from the current node we, we to which node we can able to jump, and the from the current node, for the current node what will be the longest length. Okay, so here what we are going to do, finding the longest path starting from any of the node. Okay, so for maintaining the longest length, okay, maximum path length, and taking a starting index from where we have to start. Okay, taking two variables and started from first of the first index 0 to last of index. Okay, and calculating the length by applying DFS. So how we are going to apply DFS here? In that DFS there is a lambda expression there, so we are passing the u, and from u we just iterating all of their v edges. Okay, v vertices. Okay, sorry. So what we did, we taking the maximum length by 1, because we have to count current element v also in that length. From the v length we are just calculating the length. So whatever the length here is, current element plus dfs of v, whatever the value of dfs of v we are getting. If the length, if the length is more than, if we found the length more than the maximum length, so whatever the maximum length is 1 currently, if we get the maximum length, okay, then we'll update the maximum length and update the next character also. That means while while reaching means while jumping from youth index u index to v index, we are getting maximum length. Okay, in the total we are updating. And if it is, if and using this memoization technique also, if the youth index already updated or already you updated is not equal to -1, then we'll return simply memoization value, what will be the maximum length for this youth index. Okay, in the or in the last we will update the maximum length for current u index and return, and we are returning the maximum length. Okay, here we are doing the same, we are updating the maximum length, and from which index we are getting this maximum length, we are updating starting index. So here what we are doing is started from the index. Okay, start index, and taking a resultant matrix, resultant vector of string. Okay, so here we are just pushing all the index, word of index, and jumping to the next index. What will be the next index of point? This current index u is pointing to v, so we have to jump on the v. So we are getting the v value. Next index is v, so we are jumping here, and we are iterating until we are not jumping on the invalid index. Based on that, we'll update a new. So what we did here, we are starting from DC. We are started from DC. From there we are jumping from DD, because DD also get it the maximum. From DD we are jumping to DA. Okay. In this way we are achieving the longest subsequence. Okay. I think the problem statement and the my main intention is that to show how we can start a problem and what and all the phases in between that to reach the exact solution, and what all the mistake I am doing as I am the beginner. So I'm just pointing out my intuition. Thank you all.